Akashic tribe, bound by da da da. Akashic tribe, bound da 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 da. Yes, Akashic tribe, bound da 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 da. Akashic tribe, bound da 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 da. Akashic tribe, ba da 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 da. Akashic tribe, ba da 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 da. It's your boy Wale, ba ba da da da. AkashicWza, you see. Ba na 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 na, we bout to bring in some codes. Ba na 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 na, for the month, yes you see. Ba na 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 na, talking about our clairvoyancy. Oh yes, indeed, bringing in the keys. Ooh-wee. It's about to get real funky up in here today. We're about to talk about some things today. We're going to be talking about August, the month, the forecast, the timelines that's opening up. And we're going to be talking about a club that I'm opening up. But the first thing I really want to talk about is this club. It's a club called the Clairvoyancy Club. This is something that I want to tell you guys about because I know this is going to help you guys understand more of what we're going into deeply. You guys know who are listening to this live. I channel the Akashic Records. If you guys are looking to understand more of the Akashic Records, you guys are looking to quantum leap in the Akashic Records. You guys are looking to tap into quantum jumping with DJ sets and doing Q&As and connecting more with me in a monthly time. You want to join this club because I'm launching this club on 8/8, and our first class is going to be next Thursday. And I want you guys to come into this club because it's a lot of people that don't know the name Akashic Records, but they're accessing Akashic Records. There's some people that know the name but don't know how to access it. If this is you, you want to join this club. This is a club that I want to create. I want to create a community of people accessing the clairvoyancy, accessing their clairaudiency, accessing different levels of their psychic abilities, because this is when we're going to tap into a different level of our human being. And this is something that Spirit has put on my mind, that they told me it's time. And if you're a person that wants to work with me more consistently, you want to quantum jump your reality, because of people who've been tuning into the lives on YouTube and on Instagram, you guys have been seeing how people been quantum jumping from working with me. If you want this to be you want to come into this club. Just being in the field, even if I don't even read you, it's going to quantum jump you into another field. It's going to quantum jump you into another level of your leadership. And that's what August is telling us deeply. And that's what we need to know deeply together as one collective conscious. The Clairvoyancy Club, we're going to be doing a lot of things of biolocations, going to Lemuria, going to Atlantis, going to different timelines. Even if we need to go to a past timeline to cut that cord and release that trauma, so you can move into a new door and you can quantum jump and move into a new reality. This is what we're going to be doing in this club deeply. You want to come to this club because you're going to feel like you at a club, but you're not at a 3D club. You at a 5D club where you're being activated. It's going to be a place where you can network and you can connect with other tribes, other starseed, other Lyrans, other Arcturus beings, other Orion or Drominans, or just human beings. If this is something that you want to do, this is something you want to flow into, you want to comment on any post, waitlist. You want to comment waitlist to get on the waitlist, because once it opens up on Friday, then it's going to quantum jump you and get you into the club. And I want you guys to join this because this is going to help so many people. And the reason I know it's going to help so many people, because Akashic Records have helped me. DJing and understanding music, this is something that has helped me tap into a different level of my capabilities. It was a time where I worked security, and it was this guy, and he was a Pisces, which is very significant. His birthday was March 14th, which is 314, and the area code of St. Louis is 314, and I have a deep connection with that because I'm also a Pisces too. And he played this song and it said, music on my mind, can't you about you all the time. And that did something to my frequency. It did, and it was my first time hearing house music. Like, I was just walking and my body just stopping. So me going through that experience, me going through that energy, it brought a spark to me to start DJing. It brought a spark to me to even tap into house music. And I start to understand that BPM of house music activates your heart chakra. So we're going to be playing a lot of house music. We're going to be playing a lot of timeless music in this club because me going through that experience helped me to figure out my purpose in real time of music and how sound is the energy of all healing. And this is something we all need to recognize because we are all on a train station. We are all on a radio station. What radio station, what train station do you want to be aligned to? Something else happened to me from just working security that it was one day, it was in October, I believe it was October 2021. And a song came on and it did something to my energy and I just started dancing. But when I started dancing, I was doing things with my hands and I started activating something called light codes in my hands. And people was coming to me and they was telling me about their astrology and they was telling, and this woman also came to me and she looked at me and said, "You're not supposed to be here." And I was like, and she did not even know me. So that opened the door for me to see that I need to start leading. I need to start teaching. I need to start speaking. Because at that time, I didn't think my voice really mattered to really speak. I was just trying to make some money. And I'm understanding from that time, and even in this time, we're supposed to be living in our passion. We're supposed to be living in the things that make us thrive, that puts fire in our energy. Because the more we do that, the more we're going to tap into a different frequency. We're going to tap into a different energy. We're going to tap into that HOE. That heaven on earth, you see? To activate that tree of life within all of us, to activate the tree of knowledge within all of us. And this is what activated me in real time. And I was just being a security guard. That now I'm ready. And I want you guys to tap into your readiness too of this akashic being. Because we all have a different level of our library. Some of us access it by hearing. Some of us access it by seeing. Some of us access it by dancing or singing. Some of us access it by painting. Some of us access it by channeling books. Some of us access it by spoken word in real time. So if this is something that resonates to you, this is what you need to do in this time. Sign up for the Clairvoyancy Club. Because I want you guys to join a community that's going to bring in unity. It don't matter if you black. It don't matter if you white. It don't matter if you old. It don't matter if you young. This is a place that all souls can come in and they can transform their reality deeply. If you are a person that even struggling with money, come into this club. I promise you that's going to shift too. You're dealing with stuff with your relationships. That's going to come up and it's going to shift that energy too. You're trying to call in a relationship. That's going to shift that energy and that's going to call that in too. Anything you're trying to figure out, the field is going to be able to help you. If you guys are understanding what I'm saying, you guys are resonating with this thing called the Clairvoyancy Club, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys are understanding what I'm saying about the Clairvoyancy Club and if it's resonating to you, I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat. Because this is a club that you don't want to miss. It's a club you don't want to miss. If you are a person that feels like it's something more, you don't know what that more is, and you want to be around people to show you that more, this is a club you want to be in. Do you feel like you're moving into an unknown? and you're scared, but you feel like you need tribe, you need like-minded people to be with, this is a club you want to go to. And while we are in this club, I'm going to be quantum leaping with you. So wherever I'm going, you're going to be going too. So if there's something that you want to do, this is a club you want to come to. You want to be able to dance. You want to be able to meditate. You want to be able to tap in. You want to be able to learn how to manifest. You want to understand the 369 technique. This is a club you want to come to. You want someone just to hear you. You want someone to just see you. This is a club you want to come to. Do not comment wait list on the live. You got to comment wait list on my Instagram post. It don't matter what post. You just need to comment wait list. Then you're going to get on the wait list, and then it's going to launch on 8/8, and then you'll be able to make that purchase. But I want to tell you guys this because I'm very passionate about the Akashic Records, because it's changed my life forever. Forever. Me going to security guard and understanding the frequency of DJing changed my life forever. Me understanding numerology and understanding that I was a life path 11. This changed my life drastically. Me understanding astrology and understanding that I have a Pisces stellium in the 4th house with an Aries moon, with a Sagittarius rising, with a Scorpio fortune in the 12th house. This helped me to change my life drastically. And I'm going to give you guys these tools so you can change your life drastically. The type of abundance that I have accumulated in the last 2 years, I have never accumulated in my life until I said, mask off. It's time for me to lead. And I want you guys to be leaders too. I'm not trying to be your guru. I want you to be your own leader, because that's the timeline we're moving into. That's the timeline we're moving into. No one needs to be your guru. No one needs to have any hierarchy over you. You need to lead. That's Leo energy, you see? Leo means lion. Look it up. Google it. Leo means lion. Lions are the kings and queens of the jungle, right? They're the royalty, right? We seen Lion King, right? Didn't Mufasa say, remember who you are, right? Didn't he look it from the sky? Isn't Akashic Records, isn't Akasha mean sky? Huh? Don't they have a song called The Circle of Life? Huh? Didn't the monkey in Lion King said, Simba's alive? He was tapping into the Akashic channel. Huh? And who was Mufasa brother? Let's talk about it. Draconian brother. Lyran War. Let's talk about it. We're about to talk about the above with the below. It's been something that's been going through things for 1 million years, because the Lyran War was 1 million years ago. And it was a war where Lyran beings, they was in their light energy. They was in a heart frequency. They are ancient beings. They also have access to Akashic Records too. And they was pure love. And they brought in a new people with them. And these people was Draconians. And they seen another level of dark. The Lyrans showed them the technology. They showed them the reciprocity of the way of they living. And the Draconians took advantage of that. And this is what's been going on in this timeline too. Of control, harnessing, because the energy of 8 is harnessing. People harnessing off your frequency. And that's what Draconians do. Draconian reptilian energy wants to harness off your frequency. It wants you mad. It wants you in lack. It wants you distracted from someone who's not supposed to be with you or supposed to be connecting with you. And this is not to be no victim. This is just truth. Anything that's trying to get you to react, anything that's trying to harness off your energy, anything that's trying to keep you down, is a representation of Draconian energy, because they're vampires. They harness off energy. They cannot create energy. And this is what they did to the Lyran beings. And that's the energy of Leo, you see? Because Lyrans, they're feline beings. They're cat beings. but they're multidimensional, you see? So you have a connection to cats, you have a connection to Egypt, you have a connection to ancient Kemet. This is all the representation of Leo. And this doesn't mean you have to be a Leo sun. We all are Leos. You just need to see where it is in your charts. Leo rules my 9th house. And this shows me that I'm supposed to tap into a different level of higher education, a higher level of teaching, and be a real deal leader. It's not a coincidence that I'm also dating a Leo too. Leo queen, born on August 18th, which is the 9, bringing in that new frequency of a divine feminine leadership. And I want you guys to fully understand that this Lyran Draconian War is something that we've been going down here on Earth too. The Rockefellers, the families, the rich, the wealthiest families. That's what that is. They created the system. They created the schools. Rockefeller said he wanted to create a world where people do not think they are just workers. This is a spell. This is a curse that's being released. Because within the next 5 years, we're going to have galactic contact. Extraterrestrial beings going to be here in real time. If you are a channeler, you are a healer, you are a seer, you are a person that's really tapped in, a different level of your channeling is going to open up this month. Some of us are really going through it this month. Like really, really, real deal, holy feel going through it. Like, yo. And if this is you, it's okay to give yourself grace. But it's something that you need to see. It's something that you need to clear. It's something that you need to bring clarity of what you've been going through with your child. Where in your life where you cannot express? Or what was a time in your life you was told not to express? If you're on this live right now, I want you to put it down at the comments below, because we about to clear this. We about to quantum jump really right now. We're not going to wait. We're not going to just talk about it. We about to be in action, because Leo is masculine. We got to put this in action right now. So I want you guys, I'm going to say it again because there's people also joining the live right now. What event, what person, what frequency, when you tap into your heart, that told you not to be your full self-expression? Family. Some of you are mommy. Some of this daddy. Some of you guys are boyfriend, girlfriend, or relationship. We need to talk to them. We need to talk to them. Call in your family. Call in your family higher self. Call in your ex-boyfriend higher self. Call in your girlfriend higher self. If you're listening to this in the future, I want you to pause this and call in their higher self right now. Speak your truth. Tell them how you really feel right now. Tell them how you really feel right now. And I don't want you to hold back. Tell them how you really feel right now. And if you start to cry, cry. Let it out right now. Was it a teacher? Was it a football coach? Was it a basketball coach? Whoever it was, I want you to talk to them right now. Talk to them right now. Tell them how you really feel right now. And once you're done telling them how you feel right now, I want you to say, thank you. I forgive you. I am closing this door. And I'm moving to a new door of leadership. But I want you guys to take your time. Don't rush this. Because you got to speak your truth. Because I need you to tap into your Leo. I need you to tap into your lion essence right now. It is people going through it. This ain't all peaches and cream all the time. People are going through it right now. People don't want to get out of bed. People don't want to teach. Some people are going through it right now. Some people are like, fuck, what I'm going to do? I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. My God, I'm a mother. I'm a father. I'm overwhelmed. I just want my own time back. This is people that's listening to this live. If this is you, talk to yourself. Self-express. Tell your truth. Speak your truth into existence. right now. We're doing this right now. Archangel Michael is here to help us. Council of Time is here with us. The Lyran Council is here with us. So you're feeling vibration in your heart. You're feeling goosebumps right now. We're clearing this right now. Here and now. Because it's time for us to move. It's time for us to get into our highest flow. But for us to go to that, we got to go through the dark. We got to grow through the dark. That's keeping us stuck. So let's talk about it. Something for me that happened to me that made me feel like I couldn't self-express. When you come from an environment where you see so much chaos, you come from a society, you come from a place called St. Louis, Missouri. And when I lived there, that was one of the most dangerous cities. And it was a time where me and my brother, we're seeing people shooting, running. Hey, he got a gun. When you see that your mother has to be the father and she's overwhelmed, and she also got to take you to a babysitter, so you're not even given the full teachings from her and the foundation of your father, it makes you have to grow up. It made me feel like I could not be in my child. And me being the oldest boy, I feel like I had to be the leader of my family lineage. So when it comes to rest, I don't like to rest. I always like to create, because I felt that wasn't safe if I just rest. That I used to overwhelm myself. That when people used to tell me to chill, who are you to tell me to chill? I ain't finna chill. I got my family I gotta worry about. I got my family I gotta help. Even though I was a child and I didn't even know how to do this. Consciously. I was scared. I was in fear. I was overthinking all these things. And I had all these thoughts in my head, but I didn't have no one to express it to. And that kept me stuck. Because I didn't think my voice mattered. I didn't think anybody will hear me. I didn't think anybody wanted me to lead. So what did I do? I became an observer of my reality. I became more quiet. I didn't initiate things in my reality. Because I did not want to fail. Because I did not know. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know the blueprint. I didn't see it. I didn't observe it. But that door is closed. Because at this time, it's played at 12:48 Pacific time in real time. I'm stepping up as a leader. I have my family. Wife is good. Son is good. Daughter is good. People are good. I'm leading. Doing things that I never seen in my family. And I had to figure this out all by myself. So this made me self-made. It made me be a lone wolf. So when it came to trying to connect with black men and other black people and in that camaraderie, I used to resist it because I didn't know if it was safe. That even when I played football, I only hung out with 2 people. I didn't want to hang out with those other dudes because my mission, my purpose, Aries Moon, my purpose was to get to football, become a millionaire, to save my family. You see keyword, save, save. I became a savior. I wanted to save my family. So that kept me in a savior complex, a savior archetype. And that kept me stuck. But once I went to Abraham Hicks in 2024 in January, and she said something, give it to source. The things that you cannot figure out, give it to source. And that made me realize something of these things that I don't know, I can't figure out. Let me give that to source. And it took pressure off my back. And it opened my throat. And then I met a mentor that helped me to tap into soul ciphering and how to speak and how to rap. And it helped me to see how I could speak. And when I speak, it's very powerful and people are activated in real time just from me being in my presence. And he said something to me of like, bro, people come to you because your frequency. People come to you because your frequency. Oh, really? He said, bro, you even do something to me. Oh, really? And that was opening me up in real time. That was activating my conscious in real time. I even had something happen to me with my shaman teacher. She's a Leo, and she helped me in 2021. And a couple weeks ago, we just came back and came connected again. And in this time, I'm helping her to tap into a different quantum jump in her reality. And I'm tapping into my leader capabilities. And she said, this is what I always knew about you, because I always believed in you. But while I had to close that door because I thought she was judging me. But that was my own thing. That was my own perspective. It was never her. You see? This is the thing that I was going through that was keeping me stuck in this reality. And it doesn't have to. I ain't here to save no one. I just need to be me. I'm here to unlock people. I'm here to help people to critically think. I want people to tap into their leadership. I want people to speak their light language, even if it's just English. I want them to tap into their code. I want them to know that they are the codex. That's the Leo. That's the self-expression, which rules the heart. One thing about me, I've been through pain, I've been through trials, I've been through tribulations in different past life and in this timeline too. But I always stayed in my heart, because if you're not in your heart, you can't access the records. You cannot access your full capabilities. You cannot access your psychic abilities. But if you are operating in your heart and you feel like you're going into an unknown, you're going to tap into a different level of channeling. You're going to tap into a different level of frequency. You're going to tap into a different level of your orbit. You're going to tap into a different level of energy where your right hemisphere and your left hemisphere are deeply all connected. And you're going to become the train station, the train driver. So this is a time that we need to know, we need to understand that we are source in real life. Because I thought I was separated from source. I was mad at source. That was I had to work through. Because we're working through this all right now. We're all clearing this all right now. Some of you guys are listening to this while I'm talking. You guys are writing in real time right now, because we're shifting the collective timeline in real time. Right now. Right now. But if you believe that we're not, you are right. And you're keeping yourself stuck in this reality. Because this is quantum. We're quantum. We're quantum. Leo is helping us to see that we're quantum. We're not linear. This is the 8th month. We're quantum. In the next 3 years, galactic contact will be here. Consciously. So we still going through trauma. How are we going to see these other beings? This is why it has to be released right now. Humanoids are here. AI is here and it's only advancing, and they're coming for your job. So this is why you gotta work in your passion and stop playing and stop lying to yourself. You are source. You are creator. That's Leo. You are creator. That's Leo. Stop playing. This rules the 5th house. That's the house of kids. So if you're a person that have kids and you feeling overwhelmed having kids and you think having kids is a burden, you're creating a reality, a version of you of a burden timeline. You need to see being a mother, a father as a gift. It's a gift. And you are not just teaching your child. The child is teaching you. The child is the real teacher. Because the child is pure source. They don't have no programming. They just came from source. This is why we have to tap into a different level of our thinking. And this is my role. This is my play in this world. To get you to think. To critically think. Some of you who don't got kids don't see that when you have kids, your time will be different. You're going to have to be selfless and stop being so selfish. But if you don't have ancestors, you don't have grandma, grandfather to teach you this, how would you know this? How would you know how to express this? This is why it's important to be disciplined of who you create with. Don't be just putting your seed in just anybody because they look good and they face look fine. Akashic August forecast. No more of that. We have to learn discipline. As a collective of the human race, we've been soft. We've been weakened. When we wake up, a lot of us say, oh, I'm just getting by. If you're a person, just say, oh, I'm just getting by. I'm okay. You're just okay. You're alive. You can walk. You can talk. You have eyes. You can see. You can get your hair cut. You can brush your teeth. That's a priceless value. You got a brain. That's a priceless value. Can you read? Because it was a time that our hands was chopped off and we could not read. So this is the best time in this universe that we ever have been through. But you have to see it that way. But if you keep thinking, well, we did this in this time. We did this in the 90s. We did this. Listen, we live in a quantum universe. What do you want to create? What do you want to be? How you want to move? We got to adapt to where we are in this universe and stop talking about the past like the past was better than the now. We got to adapt in the now. Here in the now. Here in the now. Those doors are now closed. We go to the past to help us in the present. We don't go to the past and we stay there. We stay in that emotion and that keeps us stuck. Someone said, please share your daily routine as our guidance. Every morning, I'm waking up at 5:45. After that, I'm cleaning the house. Right after that, I'm going to go work out. Why do I do that? I go clean because it clear my mind. I make my bed because it clear my mind. So if you are a man, I'm speaking to the man about this. If you are a man, especially if you are a man that's in your younger age, 20s, 30s, and you don't make your bed, you're setting yourself up for failure. Make your bed. I seen someone say one time, well, I'm going to mess it back up. So you're just going to stay messy? That's why your mind's messy. That's why you have a scattered brain. Because everything's messy. It's no clear energy. We have to clean. Because that's holiness. That's godliness. So if you're a person that don't like to clean, you need to start cleaning. Make it intentional and do not look at it as a chore. This is very important. Now I will go work out. And I will do a workout to challenge my mind, not just to transform my body. It's challenging my mind. That's how you tap into your God frequency. I'm doing my push-ups. But it's not about the first set. It's about the third set when I'm tired. When it's a little bit more hard. Because that's when you got to tap into a God essence. Beyond your conscious thinking. People want to say they are God, goddess. But what do you do when you're tired? What do you do when you're overwhelmed? Do you stop? What you do when life is hard? Do you stop? You shouldn't. Choose the hard right over the easy wrong. Ooh, I want someone to put that in the chat. That's a bar. Choose the hard right over the easy wrong. It's easy to put some noodles in the microwave, put them in there for 6 minutes. That's easy. But you put those noodles, get the pot, get the water, let it boil. Put the noodles in there, making sure it's straight. Put the sauce in there. It's a little different. It is easy to always take the elevator. How about you take the stairs? Take the stairs. It's easy to eat some hot fries, to eat some jalapeno chips. It's easy to eat some bad food. That's easy. But you say you want to change your body. That's easy. It's easy just to wake up and not know what you're going to do in your day. That's easy. That's real easy. It's easy to be a man and have kids and say, you know what, I'm gonna let the woman do everything. I'm gonna be a man, she'll figure it out. That's easy. It's easy to say, man, I be tapping in, bro, I'm woke. But what happens when you become woke and you see that you're in your spiritual ego? And you wanna project your leadership on other people. And if they're not going by your leadership, they're wrong. That's easy. And then when someone call you out, you can't even be receptive to it. That's easy. Be curious. Live life in curiosity. Be curious to everything. A man said something to me that I want to share with you guys that really helped me tap into a different energy. I was talking to this man that I love dearly, and he said, I asked him about his marriage. I said, do you ever argue with your wife? He said, for what? No, for what? For what? Been married for 20 years. So it made me reflect. It made me think, because I'm an Aries moon, because I used to be defensive. That if you keep allowing people to make you be on defense, and you keep being in the energy where people keep triggering you and you feel like you gotta prove, or you have to prove, or you feel like you have to over explain yourself, are you being in your God essence? No. It is easy to say you are a god, goddess, but are you embodying it that you don't have to say it, people tell you it? Michael Jordan is not a spiritual teacher, but why people was calling Michael Jordan Black Jesus? I'm going to say it again. Michael Jordan was not a spiritual teacher, but why did they call him Black Jesus? because it was undeniable. You need to be undeniably source. Undeniable. Your energy needs to be undeniable. And self-expression doesn't mean that you're always talking. It's how you're holding your presence. Y'all ain't never seen nobody that didn't talk, but you felt their energy. Like, who that person over there? They got energy. They got frequency. Leo. When I first met my wife, met her at this place called Balboa Park. Within 20 minutes, within 2 minutes, I said to her, "You're really embodied." Why did I say that? I felt it. The class, what she had on. Mind you, I had house shoes on. I was just burned. I'm kind of wobbling because I just got out of a fire accident, fire explosion. She didn't flinch. She didn't flinch. She said, "What do you do?" "I read the Akashic records." "Oh, I'm going to help you. I got you." She said, she did this with her hands. "I want you to listen to everything I tell you to do, and your life going to change." Quantum leap me. And that's so significant because someone else told me that through a video. Earl Nightingale said, "I want you to listen to everything I tell you to do. And once it stops working, stop doing it." She's a Leo. The other man is a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. So I start to see that everything is synchronicity. Everything's a sign. Once you know you are the I am, everything's a sign. Nothing's ever too deep. But some people are like, "Man, you're going too deep." And that's why you're not living in your highest reality. Because you're not seeing the core thing. You need to see the core thing. What is the core? Why do you operate in this pattern? Why do you operate in this Fibonacci sequence? Why you don't look at your money? Why you do not know how to lead? How you don't know how to be your real self? Why you feel like people always judging you? It is you judging you. They're reflecting you. They're reflecting you. Because everything is you. You are Mr. Smith. You are Neo. You are the Joker. You are Batman. You are everything. But if you don't think so, you're right. What if I told you that suffering was a choice? What if I told you suffering is a choice? It's a choice. I'm questioning our beliefs. What if I told you suffering is a choice? That is nothing keeping you stuck in this reality. And if it is, why won't you move to another level of you and overcome it? I've been in spaces where I worked with people in door-to-door, and I worked with people in a high professional football. None of them ever questioned me because I was black. This is me talking to the black people. None of them looked at me because I was black. When I moved to Vegas and went to do door-to-door, I worked for some short Filipino men. They showed me their account. They have $400,000 in their checking and their savings. And they was about 5'6", very skinny. They had a shirt that looked like they was from Walmart. They didn't even look like they was rich. But in my paradigm that I lived in, You got Nelly with the chain. You got the wrist. You got all that. You got the country grammar. You look like money. So it showed me it's the mind. It's the mind. Everything is the mind. It's the mind. How you operating with your mind. And it helped me to see. And for 6 months, I didn't make no money. And then I tapped into a different level of speaking. Because for those 6 months, I still was in an inferiority complex that since I was black, people didn't want to listen to me. But once I overcame that, I was making 5 deals in a day. I became top 20 in my company. It was people that was working there for years. Why am I saying this to you? Because it is nothing keeping you stuck but you. And I have to say this to you because I love you. I went through experience in different times in my life where I wanted people to call me out. I wanted people to say, Wale, yo, you were speaking too loud. Wale, you could have done this better. Wale, something, but people just left. People just left. They just abandoned. They just ghost me. It really hurt me. It made me feel like something was wrong with me. But I also know that where I'm at today, the reason they didn't do that because that's what I was scared to do to other people. Because I didn't want them to feel some type of way. I didn't want them to think that I was a bad guy or I was too assertive. So what that mean tapping into my leadership? What that mean embodying my Leo 9th house? And we have to embody our chart. We have to embody the astrology because astrology is the body. You guys heard me talk about this consistently in different lives. And I want to say this to you guys because I love you. And you can't say no one didn't tell you. Real unconditional love, because that's what Leo is. It's the loyalty. Calls you out on your shit. So allow people to call you out on your shit and stop being so defensive. Be on the offensive. Be on the offense. In your life, I want you to ask yourself, I want you guys to put it at the comment below. Are you more on offense or are you more on defense? I promise you, if you know this part, it's going to help you so much. Are you more in offense or are you more in defense? It's gonna tell you. Because when you on defense, you're trying not to lose. You're trying not to lose. Why you're trying not to lose? So you're thinking that you might lose. But when you're on the offense, you know you always gonna win. There's no way you're not going to win. They asked Michael Jordan something. They said, Michael Jordan, who's going to take the last shot? Oh, me. The confidence. The embodiment. The sovereignty. That you feel it in his auric field deeply. It's a song that I listen to that it does something to me. I know it's by P. Diddy, but it's what's the song? I can't think of it, but I can't think of the title, but it's If You Hate Me Now, QB, but I can't stop now. I know someone knowing it, cause I can't stop now. You can hate me now. That song, it does something to me, but I can't stop now. But I won't stop now. Because it does something to me. It does something to my energy. I'm an Aries. I love that music. I got the Aries moon. I love that music. I love music that does something to my body, that activate that Zulu in me. I love that energy. I love that energy. I'm going to listen to some Key Glock. Let's go. That's the energy. Some of you guys want to be all this peace, light, and love, but you don't want to fight for love. I'm fighting for love. I'm fighting for love. What are y'all talking about? So if someone come into your crib, you gonna just be about peace, love, and light? Peace. Okay. Lyran Draconian War. It's all connected. Y'all think everybody is good. Y'all funny. That's not true. I'm not saying it's not in their being, but you got to see what a person is operating in real life. Some of you guys, and I'm going to call it out, as a Pisces man, as a life path 11, because 11 is the messenger, it is the equals, it's the middle. I'm calling it out. Some of y'all think that white people created all this shit of this bad stuff. And I'm going to be real with you. That's not true. Who you think they got it from? And a lot of people who think like this live in America. Have you been to Africa? Do you know what they're doing in Africa right now? Do you know what they're doing in India with women right now? That's indigenous people. Just because you black does not mean that you're light. We got to get out that program. Black diamonds? Y'all don't think that it's black people that do bad things to people and they're really evil. Y'all crazy. It is. It is. I met people in Utah that did not care about me being black. And they loved me like I was white. So we got to get out that paradigm. It's keeping you stuck. Cut the cord. Cut the cord. Cut the cord. Y'all want to keep telling white people they recessive genes. What you think gonna reflect back to you in the cause and effect? You're putting people down. You're making people posture get bad. Y'all seen my reel. You want to see you in your power? Look at your posture. So you're making other people get bad in bad posture. So what does that say about you? You think you better than someone? Why? How is that serving you? Real leaders are compassionate. This is a Leo forecast. Sometimes you got to call people out. And I'm calling people out. My wife do some things to me that in the past I did not like. She was calling me out on things. She was calling me out on things. And I was like, yo, you always saying something, yo. But the more I kept awakening, the more I kept sitting with my meditation, the more I kept being in my journal, I'm like, no, she real deal love me. She calling me out on things that I wanted people to call me out on. She keeping me attention to the detail. She telling me things, Virgo Mercury, and I'm a Pisces Mercury. She reflecting the opposite of me. But when you've been in a reality where people see your power, but see like, I don't know if I'm going to trigger him, and they don't say anything, it feels unfamiliar when someone's calling you out of love, that you feel like they judging you and they don't like you. I have compassion for everybody, man. Everybody has been through things in this reality, man. I don't know one person who had a great life all the time. They went through things. They went through experience. So we got to stop judging people, man. It's a Leo portal, but everybody's not having the happiest portal. That's the truth. This is why I'm also launching Clairvoyancy Club. So people can see real authenticity, real truth. Everything ain't all peace, love, and light. Because I'm going to fight for my peace. Why not? I will fight for other people's peace. Because I know my role in this reality. I'm a life path 11, not a life path 2. That's being self-expression. So we got to get out these paradigms of these broke paradigms, these trauma-based paradigms, because in the next 3 to 4 years, it's going to be being here. They don't care about that. You got to be at a certain frequency. You got to be at a certain frequency to even to see them. Because they can see you, but you can't see them. Because you have to be at a certain frequency. They don't speak English. They speak in frequency. The earth is ascending. It don't care if you know it or not. It's trying to make you consciously aware. Shock waves, tsunamis, earthquakes, telling you to leave New York. They're giving you the movies and they're giving you the codes in the sci-fi movies, which is science. It's not a science fiction. It's a scientific fact. We have to talk about these things. It's not about knowing if you are Lyran or Taurus. It's about how are you embodying your Arcturus and Lyran. How are you embodying? Some of you know this knowledge. Y'all got all these books, but y'all can't even embody the book. So what's the purpose of reading the book? I'm authentic. I don't act like I know everything. I know what I know. I know what I don't know. So stop acting like you know everything. If this is you and I'm talking to you. Stop feeling like you got to have everything figured out. Nobody has Nobody has everything figured out. Nobody. Or they would not be on earth. They wouldn't. Everybody have their lessons. You don't ever lose. I seen this video and it really hit me strong. You only lose once. You lose, you learn, you gain the wisdom. You lose, you learn, you gain the wisdom. I thought me not going to the NFL, I lost. That I didn't want to talk to my coaches. I didn't want to talk to my people from Utah State. I didn't want to talk to the people I played with at Michigan Panthers because I feel like I failed. How did I fail? But now I understand the concept that it is people that put their kids into football to use the tools to football or basketball or being a professional athlete or being a teammate, putting them into team sports and knowing how to be in a pack so they can build it in their business. But see, I was just trying to make the money. I was trying to get to the millions because I was just so much in lack. So I wouldn't even connect with my teammates. I had the mentality, I'm better than them. I ain't gonna be talking to them. They ain't got nothing to do with me. And then be mad when they ain't vote me as a leader. Someone just put something in the comments and he wanted the teammates that I used to just talk to. It was just him. Played in the spring league. I was on the team. We won this championship. I had 11 sacks in 7 games. I was the best offensive player in the whole spring league. But I never even he would probably even say it. I didn't even never express to people of how we should lead, how we should talk, and inspire them. I would just play. But I also know in another polarity, my vibration of what I was doing on the field was activating them. But what if I was using my voice? What was that would have tapped us into? So this is a Leo truth. This is the truth that we all need to hear. We need to honor our kids. We need to honor our inner kid. We need to honor ourselves. We need to honor our past and see it as a blessing and not a curse. We need to start asking ourselves, what is this trying to teach me? Not that, why is this happening to me? We got to release the blame. Because some of you guys still blaming your mommy and daddy. If you're blaming anybody, you're playing victim. You're not at the highest paradigm. We have creator paradigm. We got victim paradigm. What paradigm are you operating in? This is why I'm operating in the energy of wanting to create clairvoyancy club. Because I want y'all to come to a club that y'all don't got to drink no alcohol. I want y'all to come to this club where y'all feel like y'all smoking that cannabis, but baby, it ain't no cannabis. I want y'all to come to this club where y'all feel like y'all on shrooms, but baby, you ain't take no shrooms. You gonna be activated. You gonna be feeling your body like, what's going on with my body? What is going on in your DNA? Baby, we being activated in real time. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm here to be. I want people to be in they all that is. Period. Now, if you don't want to be that, that's cool. That's cool. You just not going to be in my frequency too long. And I ain't going to judge you because I have no reason to judge you. But I want all that is. All that is. All that is. Why not? I don't got time to just be comfortable. I don't got time to be in conformity and conform. Mediocrity to me is disrespectful to my being. I don't know about y'all. I am disgusted by mediocrity. I want greatness. But with greatness comes consistency. So some of you guys who saying y'all want to do something, how consistent do you do it? And are you doing it to be seen, or are you doing it because you love it? You have to ask yourself these questions. Because the opposite of Leo, I don't want to say the opposite of Leo, but the lower polarity of Leo is performing, performative. Aries, South Node, 5th house. Me. Oh, I can perform. And I can perform at a high level. I can perform at a high level. But that's not what I'm supposed to be right now. I already done that before. That's a South Node. That's what it means. It's your old mastery. I'm here to be in my North Node in Libra in the 11th house to build community. I'm here to build community. I want other people to lead beside me, not below me. Source is abundance. It doesn't know lack. It is infinite abundance. That's the 8. It's infinite. We have to know that we're infinite. We are a blink of existence. We are a blink. So what are you doing with your time? And if you don't have no child right now, you don't have no kids right now, you better be intentional of what you're doing with your time, because as a human, we do not get time back. We do not get time back. Not in the human experience. Now, we got the movie Click, you can rewind things, but not in this reality yet. Keyword yet. But right now, here and now, 128, we cannot go back in time. We cannot go back in time. Now, we can go back in time in Akash. We can go buy a location and see and observe it and shift. We can do that. But we can't go back in time. So use your time wisely and choose your battles wisely. All y'all want to just fight for what? What we fighting for? Now, if you fighting for the light, that's a different story. But if you just fighting just to fight, to prove or let somebody know you ain't someone they need to be messing with, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of emotion. That's a lot of energy moving. You want to be operating like that all the time? That takes a lot of energy. For the people that watch Dragon Ball Z, you see why Goku, Vegeta always try to conserve their energy. They're not going to just go to Super Saiyan. They're not going just to Super Saiyan. You know why? Because they're conserving their energy. You got to know when to use that energy. You got to know when to calm that energy. You got to know how to shift that energy. You got to know how to be that temperature. Shift the temperature, just like the song Sean Paul. Shake that thing, girl. How shake that thing, girl. How shake that thing, girl. You know what I mean? That's the frequency. When you listen to that song Sean Paul, within the first 15 to 20 seconds, you hear that shake that thing, girl. Shake that thing, girl. What are you doing? That root chakra. Shake that. It puts you in a hypnosis. Shake that thing, girl. Shake that thing, girl. It does something to you. If you would do, you like, shake that thing, girl. Shake. Because music is everything. So find your sound. What is the sound frequency you want to be? I didn't say you have to do music, but you are music. So what is the sound frequency you want to be? How you want to move? How you want to flow? What is the code you want to create in this reality? Because this is a time that we move into the 1,000 years of peace. 1,000 years of peace. We're moving into 1,000 years of peace. So if you want to be in peace, it comes with responsibility of you owning your power. And you will be tested. But that doesn't mean you lower your frequency. You stand up. You don't dim your light. This is why DMX got a song, Who We Be. They don't know, bana, who we be, dana. They don't know, bana, who we be, bana. Dog Star, Cyrus System, DMX. We in the Cyrus portal right now. Not a coincidence. Dog Star, look it up, Google it. It's going to tell you information. Because this is who we are to the core. This is why he say, these motherfuckers don't know who we are. They don't know. They can't possibly know, dog. Dana. Why do I tap into music? Why do I love music? Why do every person in this world love music? Because music is everything. This is how you travel through speed and time in real life. When you go out in space, it's sound. It is sound. So what is the sound frequency that you own? Are you on 104.1 or you on 99.5? What frequency are you on? What do you want to be aligned to? Who you want to be, B? You can choose that. But you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. You need to tap into the known. You need to tap into the unwavering faith and watch things like a movie. If you know the ending, what's the point of watching the movie? Leo, theater. If you know the ending, what's the point of watching the movie? This is us trying to be in the destiny. You trying to be at the destination. No, be in the journey. Be in the moment. That's also Kundalini. Some of you guys need to understand this piece too. Some of you guys can't even be present when you're in the act of Kundalini. Why? You think about other things. Why are you not present? If you're not present, you can't get in the full Kundalini. This is why the water's not tripping. This is why the phallus, the blood flow is not flowing. Because you're not focused. You got to be focused. You got to know who you are. You got to focus. You need to focus what you want to be and how you want to move. Focus. Our minds be wandering. Worrying about this, worrying about that, trying to do this idea. Focus on one thing. Focus. Be mindful. Be present. Be attention to detail. Focus on the craft. That's when you tap into the Michael Jack. That's when you tap into the Michael Jordan. That's when you tap into the Kobe. That's when you tap into the Venus. That's when you tap into the Adele. That's when you tap into the Whitney. And that's when you tap in. That's when you tap in. That's when you tap into the Wu-Tang Clan. Cash rules everything around me. Green. That's when you tap in. That's when you tap in. I did not know that I was going to be reading the records. I did not know this. I thought I was going to be playing in the NFL. But I kept going on the journey. Every time I went through some trials and tribulations, I would listen to certain music. All the time, I would listen to certain music. All the time. When I was in middle school and I was going through my little Pisces, little romantic thing, I was listening to LL Cool J. I need love. I need love. When I'm alone in my room, until I stare at the wall, until in the back of my mind, I heard my conscience call, telling me I need a girl as sweet as a girl. So in the first time in my life, I see I need love. There I was. Now, since I'm more tapped in, I see how I was saying I need love. I was in lack of love. I was in a lack of love of myself. I was in a lack of love of myself, and I was looking for it without. And you even hear it in the lyrics. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. And in the back of my mind, I heard my conscience call, telling me I need a girl. I need a girl. That's what I felt like I needed. Aries South Node, 5th house. I used to be a womanizer. And I seen that that's not what I'm supposed to be in this reality. If I can't be vulnerable as a leader, how can other people be it? How can we be in real truth? But then I listened to a song when I was playing in the spring league, and it came on my Spotify, Discover Weekly, and it said, deep inside, deep down inside, deep inside, deep down inside, deep inside, deep down inside, deep. And I was like, what is this? And it put me in a hypnosis. Boom, deep inside, deep down inside. Man, on and leave me love. I was like, yo, what is this? And I would listen to that song, and it would put me in a trance, and I was like in space and time. The song was 6 minutes and 33 seconds. I would be writing, I would be getting codes, I'd be getting downloads. So I see I need love was a different vibration. Then when I tap into deep inside, deep, it made my energy deep inside, deep. And then I love the song so much, I used to listen to it repetitively, consistently. That it was people that I was friends with. They were like, yo, Wale, I heard your song. I heard it at the radio. I heard it on Walmart. Because they knew that was my song. So what sound frequency you want to be? LL Cool J. I wanted to be that LL Cool J. And I see how that wasn't me being my full embodiment of my truth. Because I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be acknowledged. I don't need to be seen. I don't need to be acknowledged no more. I know who I am. I know the effects what I do to people. If you in my reality or if you in my life, you gonna quantum jump. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. You gonna quantum jump. You gonna jump. Just like the song, jump, jump. You gonna jump. Quantum jump. Not just a jump rope. You gonna quantum jump. I know this. So I want you guys to embrace what we going through in this flow, in this Leo season. And we got Virgo coming up at the end of the month. Analytical. Mother Mary. Earth. As far as to stay grounded on earth, to bring the heaven down to earth. It's not for us to always be here. It's for us to be there, but be grounded at the same time. The above with the below. As within, so without. But if you don't know who you are within, how you going to win when you ain't right within? You got to win. Because you know who you are from within. I love you guys. I hope you guys love this live. I want to say to you guys before we leave today is be unapologetically you. Someone said Jesus bless everyone here. We already blessed. We don't need Jesus to bless us. I don't know who that is, but someone saying Jesus need. We already blessed. We don't need to be less. Whoever want to say Jesus. And for his name is Yahshua. J is a new letter. His name is Yahshua, if you want to be exact. And if you ain't liking the frequency, you don't got to be aligned to the frequency. We don't need to be less. We already more. You know what I mean? You see this in real time. We stand in our light. Nobody dimming our light. We ain't dimming our light. And before we go, I'm gonna say this. This my Leo. I'm a tap in. If you are in a religious program, you are not in control of your mind. You're not in control of your mind. And I ain't judging. I'm just letting you know you're not in control of your mind because you're worshiping something else outside of you. That's the age of separation because you don't know you. I don't have to read a Bible. I don't have to read Genesis. I don't have to read Proverbs to know who I am. I have never read the Bible. I never read the Bible. I know I'm the Bible. We are the Bible. So if you want to bring the Christian energy, hey, you do that. But I want you to understand Christian means Christ. And that what Yahshua was trying to get us to see. Yahshua said that we were all source. You want to be exact. That's the energy. You see how we have to be Leo in real life. Because people want us to get down. Well, we need Jesus. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need to be ourselves. We need to be our light. Yahshua was also doing yoga. Yahshua was also doing astrology. Oh, how do I know? Oh, because I actually knew him. I know Yahshua. I know Yahshua in real life. So, if you want to bring the distortion, it's not welcome here. It's not welcome here. If we wanted to go to church, we would not be on this live. We are actually in church. Our church from our temple from within. You know what I mean? So I had to let that land before I go today. So we know, nah. We're not doing no blood rituals of I forgot what it's called. They do the little bread with the little cranberry juice. Blood. We're not doing blood rituals. We're not doing that. We're not taking people money and everybody else is in lack. We're not doing that over here. We're not take me to the king. No, we are the king. We are the king. The highest vibration Christians I know is because of their embodiment. It's not because they read the word. And last time I checked, I actually talked to some preachers, and they actually said that they know that they're not giving the truth. That they're just doing it for a job. I'm going to say it again. I know preachers, and they actually said to me that they know that they're not giving the full truth. That they're doing it for a job. Just over broke. So what are you aligning to? I'm just saying. The church got all this money. Why they not helping the community? Why they not putting money in people's pocket? Why they not helping people build things? But they getting people to shout. What is that? Is that truth? Is that full truth? I ain't saying it ain't no codes, but it ain't the full truth. We want full truth over here. We want all that is over here. That's what we want over here, because the Catholics was also doing things to kids too. Oh, did you talk about that? They do things to kids too. They harness off their energy too. Why do they do that? Why they say Jesus got blue eyes? Because that's a fake person. Listen, I'm not here to walk on eggshells. I've been there. I'm not walking on no eggshells. I'm not walking on no. This is me tapping in my power. Another level. I'm not walking on no eggshells. No. I'm calling things out. I'm a messenger. I'm a messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Just listen to the message. Why every time I used to go to church and the pastor used to be preaching, I wanted to go to sleep? Because I knew they were speaking some bullshit. I ain't walking on no eggshells no more. We ain't walking on no eggshells. We ain't dimming our life for nobody. Why we gotta do sacrifices? Why? Why? Why we saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, when people trying to learn astrology and meditation and yoga, and that's what Yahshua was doing? If you cannot answer that for me, we got nothing else to talk about. Why do they say we were born sinners? I was not born to sin. If you cannot answer those questions for me, we have nothing to talk about. We have nothing to talk about. Can you tell me why Jesus has blue eyes? If you cannot tell me why, we have nothing to talk about. We critically think over here. My community, we critically think over here. What does religion mean? It's trying to realign you. Realign you to what? Realign you to what? Source? Not from definition. Not from definition. Not from definition. I gotta call it out. Why they want to use Christian? Why they want to take the name Christ into it? Why they using the power of Yahshua? Let's talk about it. We in Akash right now. We in Akash right now, and I gotta go in about like 5 minutes because I got a meeting. Let's talk about it. Why? Before what was here before Christianity? Who was here before Christianity? Shamans. It was shamans. What you think Christianity came from? Where you think they got that knowledge from? Shamans. What you think they did to the shamans? I'll allow y'all to answer that. Why does Mormon means more man? Let's talk about it. Why some of these religions don't allow women to lead? Let's talk about it. You want to talk? You want to talk? Let's talk. Let's talk. Why they don't allow women? Why we don't know? Can we name 100 women preachers? Why? What do they do downstairs below the church? Why is it places you can't go in the church? Why in the Catholic, the Vatican, why they worshiping the Black Madonna? If you cannot answer that question for me, we have nothing to talk about. Why, when we look at a video, I want you guys to look up this video. It's a video about the black baby and a white baby. You got babies. You got babies saying that the white baby is beautiful and the black baby is ugly. Where do you think that come from? Why in the Book of Mormon they said that black people are demons? Why? Why when I moved to Utah, when I first lived there, they was looking at me like this. And I didn't know why. And Mormons, that religion, they're very judgmental. And there's a lot of sexual suppression in there. They tell the women they got to wear dresses very, very long. They can't drink coffee. They can't have no beer. They can't wear leggings. So you want to talk about religion? I guess this is what's coming up in the forecast. They will all crumble. It's law of one. I'm not saying new age spiritual. I'm not saying that. I'm saying source, sovereignty. That's what I'm saying. Sovereignty, sovereignty, sovereignty. If it's not sovereignty, it's false. If it's not sovereignty, it's false. It's false. It's not full truth. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not saying that all paths don't leave home. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that. But I am saying this. They're leaving very valuable information for a reason. Why in Genesis it say in the beginning, when really it means in the net, the quantum net. This is a quantum field. Why? What did Michael Jackson say? Why? Why? Tell me that it's human nature. That's not human nature. That's not source nature. Source tells the truth. It is as it is given. It is given because it was asked. Not telling me Deuteronomy 4:28. Then this. Then I'm done. Nah. Give me your knowledge. Don't give me a book to read and I don't even fully understand it. And you tell me this one sentence? That's a bunch of bull junk. It's a bunch of bull junk. Now, I'm not saying that it ain't Christian people that ain't tapped in. I ain't saying that it ain't Mormon people that ain't tapped in. I ain't saying that it ain't Islam people that ain't tapped in. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. But I'm telling you the curriculum is not for truth. And all I'm asking is, why not? Why not? Why are they not allowing women to lead? If you cannot answer that question, we have nothing to talk about. Because every real deal leader know without the feminine, it ain't no creation. Period. So, I hope you guys love this forecast. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about a lot of things regarding the clairvoyancy club that I'm launching. We talked about religion. We talked about our sovereignty. We talked about self-expression. We talked about music. We talked about so many things today. So I want you guys to replay this. If you are a person or you know people that needs to hear some things, to hear the vibration of unconditional love. If they need some clarity, they need to clear some things, because we did a ritual earlier today to clear some things out our field so we can move to our highest reality. So I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great divine day. This will be posted on YouTube. If you are listening to this on YouTube, what came through for you? What came through for you? What did you have to work through? What is something you had a revelation on today? If you're a person that's listening to this on Instagram, this is the same thing for you. Someone said, how can we cut cords or contract having attended How can we cut cords or contracts? Haven't attended a religion for a while, but did we get baptized? Like, what can we do? Okay, I think my God said I need to look at this. All you have to do is give yourself permission to move in your sovereignty, or your kids. Give yourself permission to move in your full sovereignty. Give yourself permission and cut the cord. You can do a letter. You can write a letter of releasing, burn it, put it under a tree. That can work too. Doing that and saying, I'm giving myself permission to be in my full sovereignty. That's all you need to do. Keep things simple. Spirituality is simple. Humans make it harder. Remember that. Peace.